Hey guys, this is Kevin from Vagabond. I'm going to be going over just a little thing for the CrossFit Opens this year, the 2013. 13.1 just got released. We have basically a mixture of 12.1, 12.2 from last year, snatches and burpees. Alright, this combined the two. Alright, so what we're looking at is some people ask me, and some of my personal clients, some people I individually program for, some people I help with mentoring for programming. And also, my mentor coach also has taught me how to break down certain things, certain aspects of how to train for different styles of athletes, at least within the sport of CrossFit. We do a lot of other stuff here. We do team training as well, where we train people in strength and conditioning, not just for the sport of CrossFit. So the one thing that we do is, we don't have any games athletes at Vagabond. We will have a couple of regional athletes, and most of the people are going to be opens athletes. Even if you have a bunch of members of the gym, a huge portion of your people are going to be opens athletes. Alright? So the difference here is how do you program for each athlete? Games, regionals, opens. Okay? My mentor coach taught me this as well, how to break this down. So if we have a games athlete, usually we don't want them peaking for the opens right now, because their goal is the games. Alright? They know they're going to make the games. They know they're going to make top 3 at the regionals. They know they're going to get there. Even though it's getting a little bit harder now with all the workouts coming out, with all the new athletes coming out, but you know you have a legit chance of making the games, maybe top 5 competitor in the region. So by the end of June time, mid-June time, that's when you want your athlete to start peaking for the games. You don't want them to start peaking, in March, which is the opens right now. But if they peak now in March, they're going to either overtrain or overreach by the time they get to the games. This is why you do periodization within your programming. If you have a regional athlete, which a lot of people, you have your top 48 men and women, from each region, you want them peaking by mid-April or the April time, alright? The reason for that is you don't want them peaking during the opens time because they know they're going to make regionals, so you want to continue what you're doing for your programming. The opens is kind of just another workout for them, alright? You program in there, not more, I say you only do it once. If you know you're going to make regionals as an individual athlete, then I think you should only do the workout once because you know you're going to make regionals. There's no point in doing it 2-3 times like we see in some cases. Alright? The opens athlete is a huge portion of your clientele, a huge portion of most CrossFit gyms, where you want to go now. It's game time. You want to do the best you can on the opens as you go along. The best you can. Alright? So you know you're probably not going to make regionals, but your goal is to do the best you can on the CrossFit Opens 2013. So that means you might have to do it 2 times. You might hit it on Thursday, you might hit it on Saturday. Alright? So the goal for the Opens athlete is game time right now. Do the best you can on the Opens, and that's how you go. So you can see a different variation of a games athlete, a regionals athlete, and an Opens athlete. That's just how I look at it, and a couple of my people I talk to, and also within my mentor coach also teaching me how I can program for the games athlete number 1, how I program for regionals athlete number 2, and how I program for opens athlete number 3, and how you approach each one in the opens. Alright? So like I said, opens athlete, you might have them do the workout 2 times, because right now to optimize their performance, they're trying to do the best they can on the opens right now. Regionals athlete, at least from my point of view, I think you should only do it once. If you know you're making regionals, there's no point of doing it twice. There's no point if you finish 48th or 1st in the opens, at least in your region, because once you get the regionals, it starts all over again. Alright? You get a games athlete, you're peaking at June to, beginning of July, probably mid-June time, because you'll back off a little bit the last 7 to 10 days before you go, at least 2 weeks out before you get to the games. But if the games athlete, like I said, you know you're going to make it to the regionals, you know you might be in that top 5 caliber athlete at regionals, so we're not trying to break you down before we get in March, April, and May time. We're trying to peak at this time, which is June. Alright? So this is my different variation of how to do a games regional opens athlete, and how you approach it, and how I approach it as a coach, and also as an athlete as well. So I hope everyone has, a good CrossFit Opens 2013, and good luck on 13.1 to everyone. See you later.